Just, I don't think you can see that well on mute though. Just look how dark it is. It looks light on the camera for some reason, but it's never normally this dark in the morning. Normally when I'm up, you can kind of see that the sun would be rising over there, but it is 5:20, and this is kind of what we're looking at. So I don't know if you can see it. If you're a bit of a nerd and you enjoy the sky, then there is Venus and the moon. But anyway, let's just wipe my feet. So basically, it is day one of the half marathon prep. God, and I'm shattered. We're here. I just need to see the. Oh yeah. I did a load of washing yesterday. That's why it is on the sofa, because I did 3 loads. But yesterday, like was my busiest work day in a while. Lots of check-ins and calls and stuff. So it's like I didn't have time to put it away. So I'll be putting it away when I get back. So yeah, it's basically day 2 of the half marathon training. So starting it earlier than I expected. Basically had a call with my coach on Wednesday, and we kind of just mapped out how like this year is going to go. So what we're doing is kind of like stripping my training back, and we're doing 3 runs this week. Today's run is a threshold test, so it's just 5-minute warm up, 30 minutes of running at race pace, and then a 5-minute cool down. He texted me specifically said no walking. So if it's just going to be all about learning to pace myself, but you never know, could get a 5k PB today. So yeah, we've got that, and then there's a run on Thursday and a run on Saturday, and they're kind of just all time based. So I think a 30-minute one and a 40-minute one as well. So yeah, and he said what we're going to do is just build up my aerobic base. So I assume it's just going to be like gradually getting harder. And then I had to swim yesterday, and I did upper body. That was hard. 9:30 in the evening, I did not want to work out, but we got it done. That's kind of, and then tomorrow's going to be, I've got legs to do today as well. This is meant to take 40 minutes, which is good, so I'll be probably done around 10 past 6, which isn't too bad. So I'm excited to kind of get into this run. I'm trying to just vlog my day-to-days on TikTok, but I already forgot waking up today. I was just a little bit too tired, so I'll just make sure I get little clips as and when. Jesus, it's bright out here, so I've got a mic just because of it's very, very noisy outside, but I wanted to sit and drink the rest of my carbs out here. So just wanted to run through how yesterday's run went. I'm just gonna get a hat. Right, that's a bit better. So I didn't do a end of run like talk, so I thought I would do it today. It actually went really well. It was very hard. So it was 5 minutes just warm up, then it was channeling my inner Sam Sulek here. So yeah, it was 5 minutes warm up, and then we had a 30 minutes where I was kind of just running as fast as I could, and I I went out a little bit too quick because by the end the pace was dropping off. But I will say it was so hot yesterday as well. It's really hot today. It was around 34 when I was actually running, which is very, very hot. Heart rate was through the roof, and this was kind of like for my coach to see what my like max heart rate and stuff was, and just work out my zones for running. So now like zone 2 runs, I've got a pace to go off and like a heart rate, which should be good. So how we're doing it is every 3 weeks, then we have a deload. So it's like 3 weeks of running, a 1 week deload. That's how he said we're going to do it for now. I'll find out closer when we get more and more into like this half marathon prep what else, if it's a bit longer, and then I'll just like tell you how that goes. But I'm not looking forward to going back to the UK, but I am looking forward to running in the UK, just to kind of escape this heat a little bit, mainly because it's quite unbearable sometimes. It's like good to get a sweat on, and it's like I warm up very quickly, but my legs were on fire yesterday. So we have today, it's going to be, it's just put times on the cycle, so it's 30 to 60 minutes cycling. I'm probably going to do 60 minutes. And then we've also got my leg workout, which I've slightly adapted. They're now like an hour and 20 long sessions. And that's just because I've got plyometrics in them as well, which is just to help reduce risk of injury, and basically strengthen muscles that I don't actually really train, just like jumping around and stuff. I will, if it's an empty gym, I will try and capture it, because I'm going to feel like such an idiot jumping around the gym. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do it when I go back to my local gym, because that is always busy. But you must, got goals to hit, and it's just going to help long term anyway. So then we have a run tomorrow and a swim. I think a swim maybe tomorrow, or it might be on Friday. I need to check my plan for that, but it's every day apart from yesterday. I didn't. As what I'm gonna do now is normally like Wednesday's my rest day, but if he gives me Tuesday to be like the speed work day, I'm just gonna have that as a single session day and not train legs that day. So I'll do legs today because they actually feel like nice and fresh. So that's a positive. So it might be a little swap here and there every week, depending on what I've got programmed on them days. And then we've got another run on Saturday, which is normally the long run, but it's not actually that long. It's like 45 minutes, I think, maybe less. I think he's just given me a distance and a time, so maybe do the distance within this time frame. I'll ask him today and find out about that. But yeah, I feeling a lot more motivated having a coach, because it's like I'm performing for two now, not just myself. And then when I had my call with him on Wednesday, we mapped out how next year is going to go. So half marathon February the 8th, and then I'm going to do a sprint triathlon in, I think it was April, and that's in Sharjah, which is like 40 minutes from here. So looking forward to that. And then I think back end of the year I might do a half Ironman, depending on if, let's say I want to do like a marathon or something. I might do a marathon in the summer, and then we'll have the Ironman prep or half Ironman prep after that. But I will speak to him what he thinks is best. I do think doing like a sprint triathlon will be good, as it's just kind of like a tester of stuff to do, and it's what I think is like 500 meter swimming, 20k cycle, 5k run. Not too bad. I've done a 20k cycle and a 5k run downstairs, and that it wasn't good at the time, but let's say that's like 8-9 months away, so fingers crossed in that time it'll improve a lot more. So I think I'm feeling positive about going forward, especially moving away from runner now. Runner's really good. I won't like slate it. It's just I like a bit of feedback, and I understand it's like an app that you don't pay loads for. I paid like 80 quid for a year, I think. So that's one thing. That's the one negative I'll say about it. But other than that, like the plans are good. It's really good to get started as well. So yeah, I'm traveling back to the UK on Tuesday next week, and then we will probably run on a Wednesday. I have a feeling my runs are Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday until he ramps up my volume. So I have booked that out on his calendar, so he knows not to book a run in that day. But I imagine he'll probably put it on a Wednesday, and I'll probably ask him to do something light, just because the flight that I get really takes out of me. So it's weird. It's like an 8 a.m. flight, so I probably have to leave here around 5 a.m, which is the time I normally get up. And I'm just sat on a plane for 7 hours, but it just drains the life out of me. So we'll see how that goes. I'll hopefully they've got some new movies on the plane. But I think I'm just going to properly focus while traveling on fueling and stuff like that. I notice I will eat it because it's on the plane and I'm hungry all the time. The plane food, very, very salty, so I just need to keep like water intake in. And here's a fun fact for you. It's salty because with the altitude, your taste buds change. So they need to make it salty for you to taste the food. There's a little nerdy fact for you. So yeah, I've got a meeting with Freya in 15 minutes. That'll probably be about 2 hours. I've had a bacon sausage bagel, currently my go-to for breakfast at the moment, and then I'll have a smoothie. I'll go to the gym, and then we've got a little bit of a work day. When I go to the gym, it'll be legs, and then I will have a rest and probably cycle around 7 o'clock tonight. Wear myself out. I couldn't fall asleep last night, so my sleep score was 66. I had 5 hours sleep. My body battery is currently 44, so it wasn't the greatest of nights. I don't know why. I just couldn't fall asleep, and then it felt really broken. But that's just the way. It's practicing, isn't it, for a 5 weeks time when my son is born. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this just out here. It's kind of just a way to get a little bit of sun, because in the morning our balcony gets loads and loads of sun. Get a little bit of a tan on. I think I've kept my tan quite nicely, but you know, just get a little bit of vitamin D to start the day, and then I'll have my meeting with Freya in 15 minutes. So I will catch you tomorrow before the run. So let's cool down, and I will speak to you tomorrow when we have the 40-minute run, and I'll tell you what I'm actually meant to do when my coach responds. He's probably going to say either carry on running or stop the time, and I've done it wrong by walking, but we'll find out. I'm so tired. So, it's Friday today. It's a bit weird doing only 3 runs a week, but I imagine they're going to increase in volume as we get in. So today is literally it's called 30-minute aerobic. So it's just a 30-minute run. I don't know if I have any pacing on it. There's no pacing on my watch, so I'll check the phone before I go. I think they're just classed as easy runs. As he did say to me, we have a 40-minute aerobic as well, and that's just 40 minutes. So yeah, he did say to me it's just going to be a case of building up the basically aerobic base. So I imagine these runs are just going to be like easy ones. I don't think I'm allowed to let my heart rate go over 150. So that's going to be a little bit of a, might have to walk a bit because my heart rate shoots up very quickly. I'll see how this run today goes, and then I'll drop him a message today, be like, I've had to walk, or if I have to walk because my heart rate's gone above, I think it's 153. What do you recommend? Just because here, my heart rate shoots up a lot quicker than when I ran in the UK. Just because of the temperature, and it's like today currently it's 32, so it's going to be a hot one. It's very humid as well, 80 degrees, 80% humidity. By the way, these are awful. I've got so many left as well, which is why for shorter runs I'm trying to just have them for breakfast. So yeah, I'm having them as my breakfast just because they're awful. Don't cheap out on gels, because I only got these because the other ones I was buying was so much, but I don't, after I bought this, after I got this, I've just not taken these at all, and only had them on like the longer runs when needed. So next time I'll just go and pay for some better ones because they're not good. But basically breakfast is 2 gels. They have caffeine in as well, which is 30 milligrams, which is pathetic. So 60 milligrams of caffeine overall, and then it'll be 46 grams of carbs, and then it says 0.05 grams of salt, which is also pathetic. So that's kind of what. So got this run 30 minutes. It's 5:45. Not bad. Tomorrow run 40 minutes. Not bad. Then I also have to swim today, and I have upper body, so it's quite a big day for workouts. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna start at 6, so I've got 15 minutes. I'm just gonna like prep an iced coffee for when I get back, because sometimes full transparency, sometimes after runs I fall asleep, but I can't get motivated to get into my work block straight like as soon as I get back, because one, I'm either sweating loads and just trying to cool down, or I'm just tired from the actual run and I just sit and watch a bit of TV and I do drift off sometimes. So gonna make this so I can chug it when I get back. Basically just a cold black coffee. Yum. So I'm gonna prep that so when I get back I'll chug it. Then if I fall asleep, there's something that I used to do when I was working a 9 to 5 and building our online coaching business, because my days would look like when I was working a 9 to 5. I say 9 to 5, just like a regular job. Not that this isn't a regular job, but I would get up at 5 o'clock. I would go to the gym. Then I would leave my house at 8 o'clock, and I would probably get back, if I took an average, around 4-ish every day, because it would depend on what job you were doing. So if it was like 3 short jobs and you finished at 1 o'clock, you could go home, but you could have had 2 big jobs and not finished till like 5 o'clock. So let's say 4-ish is the average. And then I would always get home and I would have a coffee and a nap, and you'd set an alarm for 25 minutes. As soon as that alarm went off, the caffeine's hit you. So it's kind of like a double whammy. So I might attempt that today when I get back from this run, as they actually do work quite well. So let's put the kettle on. I think I'm going to use these mics a little bit more as well. Just so we got them when we got our camera, and basically I've just not used them at all because Freya uses them to do like voiceovers and stuff, but she actually has a mic with her, and then I have been left these, and I've always, like when I've been editing these videos, because sometimes it'll be quiet because I'm just talking normally, I don't want to shout, I would have to like really turn the volume up, so hopefully this just kind of gets rid of that issue. But yeah, so we got 10 minutes to chill, finish this big sip of water, prep that, and then I'm just gonna like use my massage gun on my legs a little bit I've got really bad glute DOMs at the moment from training 2 days ago, so this run's gonna be nice to give them a little bit of a shake out, and also I think the swim today will be good. So yeah, my plan, run from 6:30, then that probably gives me peak time for me to go swimming as soon as it opens, 9 o'clock, because no one goes down there until around 11:30, just because the sun is facing that way and the pool is like behind, so you got to wait for it to get around there. So that's around 11-ish that it moves to be on the pool. So get the swim in while it's dead, but I'll come back, have a smoothie. So I've been on the smoothie grind at the moment. which I'll just pick this up when I get back, because I will probably have the smoothie when I get back. And then I'll gym this afternoon. It's Friday. Do I have any calls? No. So it's a nice day. Got a lot of recording to do today though for the team. So need to make sure I've got all my energy. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill and then be on the run. I'll probably snap a few things as I'm running. Also, I will say I'm not at the level of being able to record and talk while running yet. It'll just be me panting the whole time. Oh yeah, do you want to know what the best thing about living here is? Just getting back after a run and sticking this on. Because my god, I'm bloody red. But that is the run done. So I'm going to put you in the same position because I quite liked it. Hopefully I'm fully in shot. So yeah, run was done. I will be honest. The hardest thing, this is going to fall off I think. The hardest thing was controlling my heart rate. Now I know that the heat is going to be the biggest factor, because there's no way at one stage I was running 7 minute a kilometre pace, and my heart rate going to 160. So yeah, I think it might change next week as we go into, when we go back to the UK, or maybe that is just what my heart rate operates. So who knows? I didn't make this before I went. I don't know why I lied to you saying I was gonna just make it after. So how I make it, that works perfectly, is literally just coffee black to there. So it's kind of like a shot, but it's just shitty granules. And then I literally just do this. Creative, I know. And then I actually think cold water is the best drink ever, especially when you're gasping for it. So I've got this, I'll let it cool down a little bit. And then the leftover bits of water, it pains me to ruin it, but otherwise I'm gonna cramp up. So I use a mantra. I've got loads to take back with me, which is quite nice. So I actually will tell you what the sodium intake is for them. So 1 stick pack, it's only 180 grams of sodium, which for the price that you pay for them, it's not amazing. So with that being the case, we're having 2 sticks. But yeah, 180, to be honest, the reason why I get them is because Freya is a picky person. And I know if I got something else and she didn't like the taste, she wouldn't have it. So, you know, just getting something, it's all natural as well, so that's probably one benefit. But getting something that she would actually drink and have. Now, when I bought this pack, she wasn't having them because her sickness was quite bad. Look at that for a tan line as well. So, yeah, I think I've got enough for when I go back. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Oh, I've only got a month's worth. So I'll have to get some when I'm back. But we've had that, we'll have this. We're gonna sit on the sofa, cool down with the aircon, because who showers straight from a run? I know I'm sweating, I'm just gonna wet my face. I showered the other day after a run, and I was sweating again after that, and it was like a freezing cold shower. So I just need to let my body cool down naturally a little bit, then I'll shower, and then hopefully that'll be 8 o'clock, and I'll probably do like an hour-ish of work, and then I'll go to the pool, I'll swim. I would have already had my smoothie by then, and then after that I'll have my bacon sausage bagel. Slaps at the moment, it is so good. Although, I bought the wrong bacon. I got streaky, and the streaky bacon's just thick. Normally it's nice if it's really crispy, but it's just a little bit thicker. I don't really like too thick bacon, and the smoking tastes a little bit different out here. Maybe they use different wood or something. That is strong. So, yeah, that's me sorted after a run. Good morning. So it's Sunday and it is actually the last run of the week. It's just 40 minutes. Let me just pull it up. And it's again heart rate between, it just says 440 aerobic, and I think it's heart rate between again like 130 to 150. Which, when speaking to my coach yesterday, he just said, don't walk. So I knew I did it wrong. He said, don't walk, just ask yourself, is this a pace that's matching, like easy? Because I know, like, depending on how much sleep I get, got 75% sleep score, so not bad. Recovery, the temperature. The temperature today is, oh, it doesn't say at the moment, to refresh. I think it'll be like 32. So all of that's going to play a factor in, like, with how my heart rate goes. And then I was watching Nick Bare yesterday, and it was like his old Ironman prep, and he was saying that he wasn't running disciplined of slow. So I think I just got to slow my pace down, try and keep my heart rate below it the best I can. And then if I'm running at, like, let's say for example like 7 minute kilometer and it's still going above, I'll just notice the heat and I can't control it. I won't be running on Tuesday just because I'm traveling, so I'll have a check what he's scheduled for me for next week. I won't be swimming as well because I just need to set that up. The best. So yeah, it's probably just going to be when I'm back. Gym, I need to build a new gym plan just for my home gym. I don't actually have a home gym, as in my gym back in the UK. And then, so it'll just be gym, cycles, run, probably the rest of next week. And then after that, we'll be back into like swims and stuff. I need to think about that because the swims are like 15 minutes twice a week. And it depends on how much it costs, but I'll probably just have to try and make them a little bit longer. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with it just tastes so bad. I know I've brushed my teeth, but just in general, these are honking. And I've taken everything back with me as well when I go. I'm taking like all of my gels, just because I thought, I've got a box and a half, I can't be asked to buy any new. I know I'd have to buy them when I come back, but the best before date's by the 0126. So there is a bit of time, but I just want to get rid of them and get through them. It's 5:45, so got about 15 minutes until I want to be leaving. 6 o'clock start, so not too bad actually. While they're under 45 minutes, it's fine. I will talk to you post run. That is the run done. I don't know where to put this. Let's put it back here again. I've realised, let me wait until it's on. I've realised that the audio is just miles better when I've got my microphones, and I don't know why I've just not been using them. Had them for ages. So that was the run done, and it is probably the most humbling run that absolutely hurts your ego, because running at the heart rate things, it was like 153, I was running at 7:05 kilometer pace, 7 minute 05 kilometer. And I know in January when I started running, I was running easy runs at 550 and they actually felt okay. And yes, my heart rate was probably a lot higher and elevated. I might put my first run heart rate on the screen. Now I am doing it with heart rate monitor now, so it's a little bit more precise. than the watch, but it'll be funny to see what that was like. So yeah, it felt so slow, the run overall. I understand from when I've spoken to my coach, he was just like, we need to just build the base and then we continue to get a little bit better and better each week, which I'm totally all for, especially because I've got 28 weeks until this half marathon. So I've never seen before 28-week half marathon prep. I'll probably do, when I come back, depending on how the baby sleeps, I might do like a 10K race here as just like a stopgap in the middle of maybe just to test how far I've come so far. I know I was doing a series on sub 47 minute 10K, but life slightly changed, and maybe I'll do like a random video on that during my time back. But most of these are going to be fully focused on the half marathon prep now, and then as soon as the half marathon's done, I'm going to go into training for a sprint triathlon, and I'm going to book the tickets for that soon. So next year is going to probably be like, hopefully a good 4 races, with the end of the year hoping to be a 70.3, but we'll see how I feel in terms of preparation. It could be 2027, the first part of that year. So it's just going to be to gauge that, and fitness wise, I do think my biggest issue currently is just swimming, just being able to build that distance up a little bit. But you know, that'll come over time, as I feel like I'm a much better runner than I was 3 months ago, even though I'm running slower. Yeah, I am running slower, but you know, there's all the factors. It's very hot as well. So a good test will be the UK to see how that was. I had to stop 3 times. It wasn't for I'm in trouble. It was actually just because I had to cross the roads and there was traffic going. So the thing is here, I'm just like looking at the roads at the moment. People get up early. Like when I'm running, when I used to run at 5 a.m, I still run at 5 a.m, but I've been leaving at like 6 at the moment. There's loads of people out. Not runners and not people working out. I will say I don't see many like Caucasian white people. It's mainly just like the Arabs are out, the Asians, like the Indians and stuff like that, and they're absolutely machines, and they're all like working out at the parks. Some of them are working. It's quite nice because I don't see any runners, so I just look at it as, where are you? Around here, that is. I know where they go, Kite Beach. Jealous. But yeah, it's like this city wakes up. Like we're not even in the busiest part of the city. So if you like look at Dubai, there's Business Bay, which is like where the Burj Khalifa is, very, very busy around there. Then there's like Marina, JBL, which is like a beach area, also very busy. We're in JVC, which is just busy because of building work, not because it's packed. Traffic sometimes a bit crap, but that's just because there's only one entrance and exit, or like 2, like they obviously go onto a motorway. So it's very congested coming into them areas, and we live very close to it. But other than that, it is not so busy here. I think where we move as well is going to be even quieter, which I like. I would rather travel into the Business Bay Marina because it then keeps its value of, oh my God, I live in Dubai. So I don't feel like I live in Dubai out here, in JVC. I know it's like an emirate, isn't it? So it's not like a full, like, I think the main part where Business Bay and Marina to me is Dubai, and then out of here is just not. But I know there's the Emirates and stuff. Well, anyway, I will see you in the next video.